All right, looks like we're going to have a problem with some of the budgets coming up. I think the markets have already been priced in with the taper that they've been talking about that might be coming up here in September or October. But the markets have already realized that. But the one thing the markets aren't looking at is the budget fights. And the girls are here getting ready to fight. Well, this is nothing, because what's going to happen especially with some of the Republicans on the inner core of the Republican Party, they want Obamacare totally defunded, because Obamacare is about complete government control. So expect a real fight, a fight harder than these girls are doing with these pugil sticks. So I just want to say that you might see silver blast right through 26. I don't know this it's going to be resistance or not. That's typical common thought. A lot of resistance on the way down might mean a lot of resistance on the way up. But if the market crashes due to concerns over budgets and the liquidity of the government to actually sustain itself and maintain the debt interest, to maintain the payments on the debt, well, I guess it's going to be a very different story for gold and silver. So let me put it to you this way. Silver's on the way up again. It's going to probably hitting up to 25, 26 pretty soon, and maybe it'll go right through it. Who knows? But in the meantime, I want you to freaking keep your mouth shut about your stash. And if you talk, you got stash. I know I'm on here talking about silver, but nobody ever saw me show it. And I'm going to tell you this. You don't keep it in the bank. You don't keep it on your premises. You don't tell anybody where you got it. That's the thing. Like old girl here is wearing it on her head. She's looking all cocky and smooth and calm and all that type of stuff. But the problem is somebody can just kick her in the head like Bruce Lee and shake all those coins loose. You don't want to be doing that type of stuff. So the one thing is, stay under the radar, stay under the wire. Nobody business what you got. This is all it's free advice I'm giving here, but it's common sense advice. So, the other thing is, I want you to really chill out. Old girl here is chilling out in her leopard bikini, and I always have a reference to cats, so she's got a leopard bikini on. And, you want to be calm and cool. She's cool, she's calm. And she's just waiting for the man to come back. That's all she's doing. So that's what you gotta have to have. Want to have it set up. But I want to talk about a couple other things here, because I put something out about Putin. And the guy's worried, right? The guy's worried. But the financial system of the West may come down. But I want to talk about something else too here, real briefly, because in Russia, you notice what Russia is right next to. Right next to Latvia, right? Latvia, right here, the green thing. Estonia, but especially Latvia. A lot of people like Putin have pissed off or running through Latvia, and they can run materials right from Latvia, from Russia. Caesium isotope 133. It's small as a thimble. It's worth hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. They could stick it in a truck with a bunch of bullshit, and you know what? Putin would never know. So they'd be avoiding all the import-export taxes. Float it on a boat to Germany, get it through the border into Italy, float it on a boat, and get it through right here, Turkey and Iraq. It's not that hard, to tell you the truth. And then there you go, right off into China. Right off into China. We are big, major interested in weapons-grade caesium isotope 133 and also copper isotopes. So, I don't know. That's why I kind of figured this guy, he fought his way to the top of the mountain. He's only got one way to go, down. Now, I also want to point out something. A lot of people don't know much about Siberia. I don't know nothing about it either. I've never been there. But, we talk about Norilsk Mine being in northern Siberia where all the Palladium comes from. Krasnoyarsk, down here in southern Siberia. That's actually a major point where all the railroads come together. It was where Gulag towns were down there and everything like that, where they put all the Gulag people in the Gulag because all the trains were there. It's also the center for all commerce, where all the isotopes are stored. A lot of them are. A lot of them. So, Putin's one guy. He's the face you see. But, he ain't running Russia. That's the way I figured. And I think there's a lot of people that just are independently looking for things for themselves, and they're fighting for the top too. They're fighting for the top all the way, just like these girls. So it's always somebody more ambitious that's going to come and overpower Putin at one point in time. And you know what? People that don't like Putin, they work with the West. They work with the West. Because they're always interested in one thing. Money. Now, isn't silver about money? You bet it is.